Hiya folks, we are doing what today, baby?
Christmas cake.
Christmas cake in the little 3.8 litre Cosori. This will be a challenge for us because we've never done this before.
No, first time.
Let's go through the ingredients.
Here's the ingredients to our Christmas cake. 8 ounces or 226 grams of plain flour. 7 ounces or 200 grams of unsalted butter. 7 ounces or 200 grams of dark brown sugar. 18 ounces or 500 grams of mixed fruit. 7 ounces or 200 grams of candied cherries. 4 ounces or 100 grams of ground almonds. 4 eggs. 2 tablespoons of black treacle. 1 tablespoon of marmalade. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of mixed spice. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 150 milliliters or 5 fluid ounces of brandy.
Right, now we're actually making this a lot earlier, folks, aren't we?
Yeah, because you keep it wrapped up, but every week or so, just add a little bit of brandy or whatever booze you like to it to keep it moist.
Yeah, and she'll just inject the cake over the coming 8 weeks or so before we have it, and that just richens the cake up, doesn't it, baby?
So just put skewer holes and just dribble bits over it if you haven't got a syringe or anything.
So it's something you're going to nurture, something you're going to sort of bring on, isn't it, and mature in flavour, baby.
And then Christmas Day you won't care because that cake will make you drunk.
Yeah, and you'll be too full, Shane, you won't want any Christmas cake. That's what normally happens,
Well,
isn't
last year I didn't make a Christmas cake, and I really fancied a bit of Christmas cake, so this year Christmas cake is on the menu.
Right, so what are we doing first, baby?
We're going to sieve the flour and spices together into a bowl.
Right, let's get going. Right, okay, baby, so you just got a little sieve here and literally just putting it through the sieve, and that just makes sure you've got no lumps, basically.
This was from one of our lovely subscribers.
Thank you very much. So in with the flour.
And the spices.
You've
and
also,
the salt.
what is the spices here? Mixed spice?
Mixed spice and cinnamon.
And you've also got some salt in there as well.
Go on, say it. They all want you to say it.
It's pink Himalayan salt. It's not sea salt. I'm not going to say that anymore, baby.
Oh, that smells lovely. Right, so we just leave that to the side.
Was that it?
Yeah. And then we're going to cream our butter and sugar.
Right, so into a bowl with our butter. And we're using this Demerara
dark brown sugar.
Dark brown sugar.
To make the cake nice and dark. This adds the colour as well.
Right, and we're going in with a mixer today, folks. Right, there you go, folks. That's all cream now.
Right, now we're going to add the treacle, the marmalade and vanilla extract.
Right, so get that in, folks. All your wet ingredients, basically. So we're just putting a splash of the old vanilla essence in there. Or that's extract, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
In with the marmalade. Now this stuff can get a bit messy, folks. You're going to want a spoon, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
There you go, baby. So just drop that in there, folks. Yeah, make sure that you do have your butter a little bit softer than what we did, folks, because it will come together a whole lot quicker.
Especially if you're doing it by hand.
Right, so yet again, folks, keep it on slow here. Otherwise it will just spin all over the place. So you're just incorporating now them thick, gooey ingredients into that mixture. Nothing complicated here, folks. Right, so here's our 4 eggs, folks. We like to break them into a separate container, just in case, Sharon, you get a bad egg sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
And if you just cracked them straight into the bowl, and then a bad egg went in there, you'd waste all your ingredients. So always do your eggs in a separate container, folks.
Now you're just going to add a bit of each, a bit at a time.
So that's our mixture of spices and flour and a drop of egg. Not putting all this in together, folks,
No.
and then you'll just incorporate that into the mix. Just carry on doing that, folks, until you've used all your eggs up and all your flour and spice mix. So there we go, folks, all of our eggs in now and all of our flour mixtures in there as well. So she'll just work on bringing that all together. So just get yourself a spatula, folks, because all that stuff up the side sometimes isn't mixed in. So just bring that into the actual bowl and then you just finish that little bit off by hand.
We're going to use the spatula now to fold in your fruit that's been soaking in brandy for overnight and your ground almonds.
Right, so here's our mixed fruit, and she's also got the cherries in there and the brandy's in there as well, folks, and it smells absolutely fantastic. So she's just going to start. Oh, that smells, Sharon.
I'm not a drinker.
No, I'm not a drinker, but it
that
just smells of Christmas.
Really nice, it does.
It smells of Christmas.
Nice, yeah.
So in with the ground almonds as well, folks. Don't whack it all in once. Again,
Just fold it in. Gently.
Yeah, because you want it to get all the way through, and it just means that you're loving it, Sharon.
I do, I love it. I love cooking.
Of course you do. I suppose you could put nuts in there as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you want, folks, don't forget, this is just our recipe. You can modify it and do what you want. You can put nuts in it. We haven't got nuts in it. I do like nuts, actually, but they're not in the cupboard, so we ain't doing it, shall are we?
No, we've got ground almonds.
Yeah, the ground almonds is what the nuttiness to it. And also, I mean, we're not drinkers at the end of the day, but it's just nice to have that Christmassy smell sort of thing, you know? It's like when you get mulled wine, Sharon, isn't it? When you have mulled wine.
I do like mulled wine, though.
It's all right. I
like
can take it or leave it, but I've not had it for years, so, you know, it's just one of those things. Let me give you a hand, baby.
Oh, thanks for that.
Last little bit. Now, we've got a mixed fruit here, as you know, and it's got sultanas and currants in. I think
cherries as well.
I think sultanas don't have pips in, do they?
They don't have either of them, do they?
No, currants do. I think
they've been done, haven't they?
Not all of them, Shell, no. Not all of them, baby. So we can just whack that in there. And also, we've got mixed peel in there as well in that packet that we bought. So
I just brought a bag of mixed fruit and I've just added cherries.
That tastes like Christmas already, Shell. Have a suck of that.
I can clean the bowl. No, I can clean the bowl.
Right, let's have a closer look at it, folks.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And that is it, folks. All the ingredients, what we showed you at the beginning now, are all in that cake, Sharon. So all we're going to do now is transfer this over to our 7-inch cake tin. You can see what she's done there. She's layered the bottom of it with greaseproof paper, and she's also layered the sides of it as well, just till it sticks up a bit above the cake tin there. So she's just pushing it all in, making sure she's getting no air pockets in the corners. Just whack it in, baby. So don't forget, folks, this won't rise, this cake, because it's got plain flour in it. It's not got self-raising flour in it.
It's a bit heavy.
Eh?
It's a bit heavy, isn't it? All that fruit and alcohol.
Well, of course it is. Now, this is when little Jimmy used to stand there, little boy stand there, and want to lick the bowl out, Sharon.
I might take it into him now and see if he wants it. I'll say it's got brandy in it, he might want it.
Right, and all she's doing now is literally just pushing it around the bowl. Get it nice and flat if you can.
I was told at school, many moons ago, that if you leave a dip in the centre,
right,
which I'm trying to do, that won't have that point in the middle for rising.
Right, so you're trying to incorporate a dip in there,
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Otherwise, cakes can rise a little bit in the middle, folks. That's what she's on about. So by leaving a little dip in the middle, you might get away with that. But there you go, folks. So that's all the cake ingredients in the tin. That is a 7-inch tin, as we know. And this is our little Cosori 3.8 litre. We're going to take the crisper tray out of there, folks, just to let the cake sit literally way down in there. We don't want it getting too near the element because of the paper there. And as you can see, that paper is just below the surface there. And that should be absolutely fine. So in she goes, folks.
I mean, half heavy.
Of course it is, Sharon. In she goes. Now, it is a cake. We're going to be baking this in the air fryer. So what settings do we use for this, baby?
130
Right.
for 1 hour, 45 minutes.
Right. So we're using the manual settings here. 130. So the maximum time on this is an hour. So we're basically going to put it on for an hour.
And then we got.
And then we can check it afterwards.
Yeah.
So your maximum cooking time is an hour at 130, and we need another 45 minutes after that. So there she goes, folks. All
Merry
done.
Christmas.
Now, it'd be rude, folks, not to taste a little bit of that, wouldn't it? I know you people say, oh, it's got raw egg in it. I know, yeah, well, I've drunk raw eggs before, Sharon.
got
I used to
alcohol
drink
in it
them.
and all.
When I used to do the bodybuilding and weight training back in the 80s and that, I used to eat raw eggs. Oh, that's fantastic,
That's
Sharon.
a good Christmas cake.
And don't forget, it's still 8 weeks or so, no, probably longer, innit, before Christmas. It won't go off, baby, will it? It'll be in a
Not
sealed.
without
It'll be in a
alcohol,
sealed container when we finish with it, in a Tupperware box, Sharon.
It will be airtight. And once a week, I just go in and put a little brandy in to keep it moist so it doesn't
Little
dry
prick,
out.
Sharon, little prick, and then pour some brandy on it.
Ooh.
Hey, you get some then, did you?
There.
Right, we'll see you at halfway, folks, when that hour's done, and then we'll have a look at it, and we'll prick it to see what it's like inside as well.
And it shouldn't be done.
See you in an hour. Right, folks, we're an hour in now. It's just come to the end. Let's have a little look and see what it's like.
See, it's not done. It's a bit wibbly wobbly.
Oh, can I just have a go, baby? Oh, but it's getting there, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there we go. So we're going to put this on now for, again, the same temperature for 45 minutes this time. That'll be the hour and 45 minutes in total, won't it? And just to let them know as well that you didn't open the drawer up at all, did you?
Well, you know, with cakes you shouldn't really disturb them, so
Yep.
I didn't. I only done it then because my time had run out.
Yeah, well, that's and to show the
And to
people.
show you.
So there you go, folks. An hour down, 45 minutes to go. We'll bring you back when that time is up.
Yep.
See you in a minute, folks. Right, folks, we got about 21 seconds to go. We haven't opened it up since the last
It's on
time.
there, isn't it?
Eh?
No, it's on 21
No,
seconds.
21 seconds to go. We got me 20. Was it 20?
It's, I don't know.
What's she talking about? Anyway,
There's a song like
that's
that.
10 seconds, folks. Let's have a look. Let's get in here up.
There's a song there.
Right, ready? 5, 4. We haven't opened it up, folks. We haven't looked since the last time. We're coming in together, folks.
Ready?
Coming in. Oh, look at that. Pull the tray out, baby. Put it on there. Look at that, folks. Let's have a little look. It should come out dry, folks.
There you go.
Look at that, look.
Nothing on that at all.
Nothing on that at all, which means that that cake is cooked. And the top hasn't burnt at all, baby, is it?
No, and do not try and remove it from the tin now. Let it cool down.
We're just going to leave it in there
Yeah.
and let it cool down at its natural pace. We're not even going to put it back in there.
No.
Just leave it out, folks.
Yeah, nice.
Look at that.
Smells
Oh, that
lovely.
smells absolutely fantastic.
A little bit of Christmas there,
I
fun.
did have a fear that it might have burnt on top, Sharon, but it hasn't at all, is
It
it?
was so low, I didn't think it would.
Yeah, that's why we took the crisper tray out, folks, as you know. Otherwise, it would have been sitting higher up.
But when I used to do them in the oven, I'd have brown paper wrapped round it and it'd be on like 3 hours.
3 hours, that's
So,
right, yeah.
You know, it's really reduced the time.
Absolutely fantastic. Hour and 45 minutes. Probably about half the time.
Yeah.
Well, folks, it's probably been about an hour now. It's cooled down now to the touch on it, Shell.
Yeah.
And it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, we're just going to take this out of the tin. Don't forget, this isn't the end of the cake. Will you be decorating this at all?
No, I might just. We don't really like icing, so I might just leave it like that.
Some people will put marzipan on it,
Yeah.
or encase it in marzipan and then an icing. Or some people, like Sharon, will probably just leave it as it is. It's entirely up to you what you do with it, but we're going to take it out of the cake tin now. So let's get that sorted out. And don't forget, folks, that little cake there in that 7-inch cake tin was cooked in this 3.8 litre Kasori light. Oh, look at that, Sharon. That fell away, didn't it?
It sure did.
Look at that. I'd love to cut into that now.
Tough.
There you go, folks. And
It's still a little bit warm,
yes,
so I'm not
it's
taking the bottom
not
off
as
yet.
domed as you said it could have done if you wouldn't have
Yeah.
done your little
The
divot
little
trick.
trick, yeah, that I remember from school.
Yeah. So there you go, folks. Look, and that is cooked.
I'll tell you what, it smells good.
Absolute perfection. And what will you do now over the coming weeks? That will go into a Tupperware box,
Yeah, wrapped in foil.
right?
And I just open the foil every 1 to 2 weeks. Just put a little bit of brandy in to keep it nice and moist.
So all you'll do is you'll get a skewer
Yeah. On the bottom of it, and just put a few pricks.
on the.
and
What do you mean on the
On the
bottom?
bottom, not on the top, on the bottom.
So you turn the cake over.
And just, because you'll have all holes in it otherwise, won't you?
Right. Okay.
And then you just pour your brandy or whatever over the top.
Right. So you just have a little bottle of brandy, one of those little
Yeah.
bottles maybe, and
Or
just
pop it on a teaspoon and just trickle it in.
trickle it into the holes, and that's it, folks.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's our Christmas cake made in the little Kasori air fryer. No problem whatsoever. So in the main oven, that would have probably taken you, as you've done it
About
before,
3 hours.
3 hours, and that would have been on.
About 150, I think, something like that for 3 hours.
And what did you have this on?
And I used to put it in the tin, put brown paper around it, tied it with strings so it didn't get burnt.
Yeah.
Because it's in there for such a long time.
And although that was sitting directly above the element, that hasn't got burnt at all on the
No.
surface, is it?
And it was just protected a bit from that parchment baking paper there, and you can see that's not gone brown or singed or nothing.
Fantastic. Right, well there you go, folks. That's how we've done it in our little Kasori. That's the first time we've done it, so don't think we've practiced this before. We've done it with you.
I wasn't going to make 2 Christmas cakes.
And as I say, we've done it in front of you so that you can see how easy it is to operate this little Kasori. And I did put my hand at the back of that, Sharon, around there.
Yeah.
There was no heat coming out of it at all. Very, very little heat coming out of it. That's the little vents there at the back, folks.
And like with your Christmas cake, you don't have to soak your fruit in veg? In alcohol. You know, it's up to you. I just do it because it's Christmas. If I was making a fruit cake, I wouldn't do it.
Brilliant. Turn that round, baby. Let's see how beautiful that little thing is.
It's amazing.
There you
well
go.
done to our winners. You're
Yep.
going to love it.
Someone's just won one of them. Kasori donated another one to us, and we give that away in our last Sunday's video vlog. That's when we done the draw on that one. Anyway, thanks very much, folks. Don't forget, if you're new to our channel, do hit the subscribe button and do have a look at our backlog rather. of videos
Yeah,
where we've got
plenty of recipes there as well. Old video.
loads of stuff. We're having so much fun using this device, and also the energy that we have actually saved.
That's the fun bit.
I've actually shown it in previous videos, but I'll show it again for you now. Over a period of the last 4 months since we've been using one of these, and also our little cookers which we use on the worktop there, our little camping stove cookers, we haven't used our big range at all. The only thing we use in the range is the lower oven, and we use it as a warming oven when we're doing a lot of different cooking. And we have saved a hell of a lot of money on our electric and gas bills. And during these times, that's what we're all looking for. These are handy because you haven't got to bend down and put a cooker on. They're handy if you live on your own, if you're an elderly person, 1 or 2 people.
Doesn't take up much space, this one.
And it's all done on your worktop. You're not bending down to an oven and picking stuff up and all that. It's just that, pull the tray out and there you go. Happy days. Anyway, thanks very much folks. We'll see you in our next video, and until then, bye for now.